basics of exponents. Writing things in exponential form. Okay, let's talk about it. Who's gonna help me do these? These are pretty doable in my opinion. So I think we can get them done really quickly, right? Who's gonna help me do these, guys? Come on. Okay, one hand just went up. Sia Mtanda. Hi, Sia.
Hello, ma'am.
You're gonna help me do these.
I think I'll just be able to do A.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so for A, it's A to the power of 6 and B to the power of 3.
Oh, geez. Of course, my stylus is gonna glitch, guys. Who is doing such things? Let me rub it off and write quickly. So you said it's A to the power of 6 and B to the power of
3.
A 6 and B to the power of 3. Thank you very much, Siantanda.
Welcome.
Avril, are you there? Okay, Avril is not there. Oratile, are you there?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I'd like to do B.
Okay, let's do it.
So B is gonna be 5 to the power of 4. X to the power of 3.
Be careful. Look here.
X to the power of 5.
There we go. And
Y to the power of 4.
thank you very much, Avril.
Yes, ma'am.
This is going much better than I expected. Emmanuel?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
I'm gonna do C.
C, let's do C.
So I got C to the power of 7. And
7.
yes. And B to the power of 4.
B to the power of 4. Brilliant, Emmanuel. Thank you. Okay, let's see who's next. Ayabongwa. Hello. Ayabongwa is not unmuted. Pokan.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, for D, I got X to the power of 6 over, ma'am?
Yes, I'm listening.
Oh, for D, I got X to the power of 6 over Y to the power of 4.
Thank you. Sure, you guys are superstars when it comes to these, eh? Thank you, guys. That went well. Well done. So we know how to put things in exponential form. Let us go practice our application of the laws of exponents. Oh. Okay. Let's hear. Let's see who's going to be able to help me now. Oh, Little says, please go back. Sorry, let me go back. I'm not sure what you want to screenshot or write. I'm going to just leave it there for a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. There we go. I saw some hands go up, so I'm assuming these are people who want to help me. Tebe? Says, can this be an exam question? Most definitely. The one that's on now, A and B now. Tebe, are you there?
Morning, ma'am.
Afternoon.
Ma'am, I'm not really sure to do A, but can I try B?
Okay. B is?
So wait, ma'am, we take the zero and give it to X, so that'll be X. That's just X to the power of 0. Then Y, the exponent 2 times 0. So that'll be what's Y, 0.
Okay. And then?
So the answer will be 1 and 1.
1 times 1, which is what? Thank you, Tebe. Thank you so much. Okay. For those who are going to ask, and I know there are those who are going to ask, since the 0 is outside the whole bracket, you are allowed to just go from here to say equals 1. Okay. You're allowed to do that. Okay. Let's see whose hand is up. Pabhedi, are you going to do A with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it.
Ma'am, I used multiplication at it's a thing that I use. I said bracket A squared bracket to the power of 3b to the power of 3 multiplied by A to the power of 4b the divide line and I said bracket AB to the power of 3 bracket negative to the power of -1, and I said A to the power of 6, B to the power of 3 multiplied by A to the power of 4 and B, and I said divided by a bracket AB to the power of 3 bracket -1. I said I said A to the power of A to the power of 6, B to the power of 3 multiplied by A to the power of 4, B divided by 1 over A to the AB to the power of 3. And I said A6, A to the power of 6, B to the power of 3, A to the power of 4, B, AB to the power of 3. And I grouped the terms A to the power of 6, A to the power of 4, AB to the power of 3, BB to the power of 3. And I said
that was a lot. You
yes,
even lost me somewhere, but let's keep going. Let me hear what you have to say.
and I did the productive rule. When you multiply when you multiply the exponent, when you multiply the same bit, you add the exponents. I said A to the power of 6 plus 4 plus 1, B to the power of 3 plus 1 plus 6. And I simplified it. It gave me A to the power of 10 plus 1, B to the power of 3 plus 1 plus 3. And I said, and I simplified it again, A to the power of 11 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3. It gave me A to the power of 11, B to the power of 4 plus 3. And my answer is A to the power of 11, B to the power of 7. That's my final answer, ma'am.
And that is the correct answer, my dear. Well done. That is the correct answer. For those we may have lost, let me find you very quickly. Okay. So from here on out, okay, this is where I'm working now. Okay, I'm here now. So here, from here, we can either first multiply the ones at the top or first simplify these two. Okay, so what he did was he used the distributive law, so distributed this 3 to A and this 3 to B. So it's A squared times the 3 you just distributed on the outside, okay? B had a 1 there, so it's going to be 1 times 3, which is just 3. And then we rewrote everything the way it is. Okay, In this step, all we did was we took the 2 times 3 and we simplified it into a 6. And then we rewrote everything else the way it was. Okay, I hope we are with me so far. Okay, let me wrap up the answer so that we can have more space to keep working out. No, it's not working. It's not cooperating to me. I don't understand. There we go. Anyone here play video games? My brain is thinking that's a video game song. Okay, so from here on, now we're here, right? We will learn Rubble, but you first have to listen to A. Okay, let's first listen, then let's go for it. Equals. Now I am choosing to first multiply. Do you see we have sort of two sums here, guys? So you can either first multiply the ones there. This is over 1, right? So this is just over 1. You can either first multiply these two, or you can first divide these two, guys. In BODMAS, we write it like this. But isn't it true that the order in which you do division and multiplication doesn't matter? So it doesn't matter. Okay, you do the one you're comfortable with. Okay, so I'm going to first multiply. When you multiply, you add your exponents. So I'm going to have A to the power of 6 plus 4, which is 10, times B to the power of 3 plus 1, which is 4. All over 1 times whatever was at the bottom here, or A, B cubed negative 1. I hope I'm still finding you guys and I haven't lost you again. Okay, this will be equals. The top you rewrite being 4 over. Now we have to distribute this negative 1 in there. When it gets to A, it will be A to the power of negative 1 and B to the power of what? I keep using this green and I don't like it. B to the power of the 3 times negative 1, which is negative 3. Okay, equals. Now we can deal with division, which is here, right? When we are dividing, we keep the base. So I keep the A's and the B, but we subtract your exponents. So it's going to be 10 minus, but what's at the bottom? Negative 1. And this is going to be B to the 4 minus negative. Ugh, let me first. There you go. Negative 3. My connection is doing the wrong thing, so my pen is misbehaving. 3. Nope. 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 Okay, guys, just bear with me. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. There we go. Negative 3. Right. Once you do that, can we see that we have a situation of minus minus on both places? Here, we're going to have to have a plus. And over here, we're going to have to have a plus. Thank you, Prosper, for that nice summary. BODMAS stands for brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Thank you for that summary in case anyone forgot. There's your nice summary. So here we have a plus because of the minus minus, and we have a plus because of the minus minus equals. So it's going to be A to the power of 10 plus 1, which is 11. B to the power of B, 4 plus 3, which is 7. Did I find you guys, or are you still lost and you want to do more of these? Tell me what you think in the chat. Well, we're still going to do more, but are you sort of getting there? Feedback in the chat. Let me see reactions. Okay, we are going to do more, but where do we stand with this? On a scale of 1 to 10, okay, some of them are sort of getting there. We are going to do more, don't worry. But I need you, I know it's a lot of steps. It's a lot of steps, but the more you do, the more you get. Okay, 8 out of 10, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, I see I don't understand. Okay. Do you want to raise your hand so we can talk about it? Let me first take the questions of the people's hands that are up. Tebe, do you have a question?
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
I tried doing some A, but I only got I got what's this a to the power of 9 and b to the power of 7.
Oh, you know
So-
what you did? You forgot to do the minus for a. So you said 10 minus 1. That's how you got the 9. You see that?
Not really, ma'am. Let me explain, ma'am.
Okay.
So it was A2 and B in the brackets, and then there was the C over there. So first I distributed the 3 to both of them. So it was A6 and it's just B9. And then I worked on the other fraction on the other side.
Okay.
There was, when I finished working with this, it was A4, B, and what's this? And then the denominators was A to the power of -1 and B to the power of -3.
Okay.
And then all I did was just subtract and minus the exponents, and that's how I got the answer.
Okay. But you need to tell me what you wrote with A, because that's the only one that's wrong. You wrote A. Tell me how you added and subtracted.
Since I wrote A for the fraction, I wrote A to the power of 4 minus 1. I got 3, and then I just said 6 plus 3 will equal to 9. That's
okay. That is the mistake that I told you about. Remember, you had A4 and A to the power of -1 at the bottom, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but you have to say 4 minus -1, not 4 minus 1. That was a -1. You see that? What do
Oh,
those negatives give you? They're going to make this a plus. Yes, that's the same mistake I was talking about. But you did it earlier. Do you see that? So you were
yes.
on the right track, actually. You just forgot to add the negative for the 1. So now your answer should be right, because then you'll have 6 plus 5, and that's how we got to 11.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Okay, you guys asked for more, and I listened to my students, so there is more. Who wants to do these with me? Volunteers. Ogushe's hand is up. I don't know if Ogushe has a question. Ogushe? Nope, Ogushe vanished. Ogushe was like, goodbye and so long. Nsako, do you want to do it?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
Who's talking? There's 2 people talking. Hi, Nsako.
Ogusha can speak and then I'll speak after.
Ogushe vanished. Don't worry. Do you want to do these with me? Any one of these?
No, actually. I forgot my question. Okay, never mind. It's fine.
He's like, bye. It's fine. Okay.
It's
You'll
okay.
ask it when you remember.
Okay.
Cool.
Hi, ma'am.
Hand up. Oh, Ogushe. Hi, Ogushe.
Hi,
Did you have
ma'am.
a
I had a question. Ma'am,
Mhm.
how did you get a to the power of 10 on that?
We added. Remember, when you multiply, what do you do to the exponents?
Oh, we added the exponents.
And remember, we had a 6 and an a to the power of 4. So we said 6
4.
plus 8. Did I answer your question?
Oh, I get it now. Thank you, ma'am.
Beautiful. You're welcome. Whose hand is up next? It's please tell us your name before you speak. Hello. There's a lot going on here. It sounds like a horror movie, guys. The suspense is killing me. Hello. Okay, I'm too nervous for this. I'm gonna fall and die if something happens. Okay, you think you're getting it. How about, guys, I'm gonna do C and someone's gonna help me with D. Okay, how's that? I think that's a good trade-off. Hapedi?
Yo, ma'am, the C. Yes, there's a lot of stats, man.
I know, but that's why I'm saying, do you want to do it with me though?
Yes, man.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Man, so first step, you remove the what they call it, the parentheses. Yes, you remove them, and
Where are the parentheses here?
like not that you have to do them in the in the fraction formation. It takes time, so I remove them, and I said,
So how did you write them?
ma'am.
So how did you write them? Tell me what you wrote.
I said 8m squared n divided by 9m negative 3n squared. Actually wrote the question, and I canceled the n's because I wanna group the m's first. And I said
Oh, you
8m.
need to learn how to do all of these in one step. Don't cancel. You're gonna make me cry.
But ma'am, the answer is kind of correct, ma'am, according to my calculator.
You guys, you need to stop using calculator. How do you know it's correct when you're using m's and n's? Do your calculators have variables?
No, ma'am, I double checked, ma'am.
You see, don't use the calculators, guys. Papa, you're so good at this. I don't understand why you have to use a calculator. Let's talk about what's going on here.
Okay.
Let us simplify these separately, which I think is what you were saying.
Yes.
And then we'll do them together. Is that a deal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's simplify this. We can't do anything about the 8 and the 9, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm just rewriting them. We have two bases here. One is a m, and the other one is a
N.
n. You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
No, yes. There we go. Okay, let's deal with m. We are dividing in this case, right? So what do we do to the exponents when we divide?
We subtract them.
We subtract. There's a mic connection that's off. Now I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm getting nervous. Yes, we subtract. So if we're working with m, we're going to say m to the power of 2, which is our numerator, minus negative 3, because 1 in the denominator is a negative, right? There we go. Then we deal with n. N to the power of, if there's nothing there, there's a 1 minus 2. Okay, divided by. Are we happy? Before I move on, do we all see what happened there? I just left the numbers the way they are because we couldn't do anything about them. And I subtracted our exponents because we are dividing. Are we happy? Yes, ma'am. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like it when we're happy. Now we deal with this fraction. Same thing. We have an m and we have an n. Okay. Where does 16 and the 13 go? Okay, just watch. Just watch, okay? Divided by 16 over 3. I'm not doing anything to the numbers, guys. I'm just rewriting them. Okay, we're dealing with exponents first. We are dividing again, so I'm going to subtract the exponents, okay? The m is going to be 3 minus 4. Cool. And the n is going to be negative 1 minus 1, because there's a 1 if there's nothing at the bottom there. Cool. I hope we are still with me. Now let's simplify. All I'm going to do now is simplify. Nobody panic. So it's 8 over 9 m. This minus minus. Let's talk about what happens here. What happens there? A minus and a minus make a positive. So it's going to be m to the power of 2 plus 3, which is 5, and n to the power of 1 minus 2, which is negative 1, divided. But it's already looking better, né? In my opinion, it is. 16 over 3, we leave it there. M to the power of 3 minus 4, which is negative 1. And n to the power of minus 1, which is negative 2. Do we got it? There are a gazillion other methods, darling. There are so many other methods. Mandla, I think you might have to zoom in on your device. Okay, you guys have to go learn the rules and then consolidate them in questions like this, because we rarely ask for one rule at a time. It's always many rules, but the only rule I used here is if you have two bases, a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n, and you're dividing. Okay, we have the same base here. We have a, we have a. You keep the base, so you write the a, and then you subtract your exponent. So you say m minus n. That's all I did, guys. I just did this section first, and then I went and did that section after. Do we see that? I rewrote 8 over 9 because we did nothing to the numbers. Okay, we did absolutely nothing to the numbers. And I wrote 16 over 3. Same reason, we did nothing to the numbers. Okay, then I said m, keep the base, we're keeping the base, subtract exponents. 2 minus negative 3. It wasn't a negative, it wasn't a minus 3, it was a negative 3. There is no simple method, Angeline. Guys, math is about working. There is no simple method. What's simple for me might be really complicated for you. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is have a pen and paper in front of you. Try your method, whichever one you may have learned at school, and then tell me what the answer is, or compare or try to look for mistakes. That's what you guys are supposed to do. Okay. Okay. Equals. So far, is everybody with me? Let me check now. So far, did we see what we did? All we did was apply this rule. I hope everyone has seen what I did here. There we go. Okay, now I have highlighted divide. We have a problem with divide. We have a problem with divide. How can we make that divide better? What do you guys think? We can? What happens when you're dividing fractions? These are fractions, right? Something over something is a fraction. But when you divide fractions, so if I have 2 over 3 divided by 2 over 3, what did we use? Thank you, Rabetsi, KFC. Keep, flip, change. Okay, so we're gonna keep the first one, 8m 5n negative 1 all over 9. Change the divide to a multiply. So guys, you see why it's important to do your previous chapters well, so that when you get to such things, you don't get confused. Ne? You need to remember, to make this trick, you need to remember stuff you did in grade 8. Woo. Okay, I went to the final answer, or the method is like that. I'm going to do the final answer. You compare with the final answer that you got. So if we flip this, our 3 is going to go to the numerator, and bottom will have 16m negative 1 n negative 2 equals. Meaning of KFC is, let me write it on the side here. Keep, if my pen can cooperate, that would be wonderful. Here we go. So it's keep, flip, change. That's what we do when we are dividing fractions. So you keep this one the same, we kept it. You flip this one to a multiply, we did it. And you change this one to another fraction. You swap the numerator and the denominator. That's what we did. Keep, flip, change. Ooh, okay. Now what? Now what? I'm taking ideas from you guys so that you can see you can solve this. You just do step by step. What can you do in this case, guys? Give me ideas. You can't rely on me to tell you. You need to tell me what you're thinking. Do you just want to multiply across? Or do you want to? There we go, Rabetsi. Okay. Cross multiply. Yes, you guys are saying the same thing basically. So we're going to take the 8 and 16 and simplify it. 8 into itself once and into 16 twice. 3 goes into itself once and into 9 3 times. I am stopping because Emmanuel raised Emmanuel's hand. Hello, Emmanuel.
Oh no, ma'am. I was gonna answer D, but it's cool, ma'am.
Okay. We already answered. Oh, we haven't. You still can answer D. Why are you running away? Just wait for me to finish, okay? Cool. Whether we divide with fraction, it's a rule to change the denominator and numerator. Yes, it is. Okay. If you're gonna change it to multiplication, then you swap the denominator and numerator. Okay, now I suggest we just multiply across, guys. We multiply across. So you're gonna say 1 times m5 n negative 1 times 1. So it's just this over 3 times 2, which is 6 m negative 1 n negative 2. We are back to divide. Do you see that we go back and forth with these rules, ma? We go front, back, front, back. And again, we have two bases. We have a m and we have a n. Okay, so say equals, you keep your numbers. M, we're dividing, so we subtract 5 minus negative 1 to the power of a and n, negative 1 minus 2. So your final answer is m to the power of, this negative is going to make a plus. So it's going to be 5 plus 1, which is 6. And n is going to be negative 1 minus 2, which is negative 3 all over 6. If we want positive exponents, which we do, we're going to leave the m in the numerator and move our n to the denominator. Now that was a long question with a lot of marks. Long question. Okay. How do we feel about this? If you got it wrong, do you see your mistake? Okay, I saw answers go up. Okay, do you have a question? Emmanuel, don't put your hand down. You can still do the other with me.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, you lost me where you said 1m to the power of 5 n to the power of negative 1.
Or from there? The step before?
From there. Yes.
Okay, wait. The step before or
I
from
can
there?
understand. But you lost me where it was 1m.
Where it was 1m. Okay.
Yes.
You
That's
agree,
it.
okay, that we cross-cancelled, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you just multiply. Wasn't there 1 left there? Do you
Oh,
see
there
that?
was.
So it's
Yes,
1
ma'am.
times 1. That's where that 1 comes from. And then we had a m5 n negative 1. Do you see? And then at the
Oh,
bottom,
yes, ma'am.
cross-cancelling, there was a 3 and a 2. Do you see?
Yes.
So we said 3 times 2. That's where I got the 6.
Yes.
And then I rewrote the variables. So m to the power of negative 1, n to the power of negative 2. Are you with me so far?
Oh, yes. I can understand now.
Oh, okay. So the rest of it, you will find.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome, Oguhle. Who's next? Lonwabo. Hi, Lonwabo.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, can you please just help me? Like, I got lost where you introduced the KFC.
Okay, Lonwabo.
I don't know what
Just
is that. Can you please just
exponents? So of fractions. So if I have 2/3 divided by 4/6. Tell me how you would do this sum that I just wrote down here at the bottom. This one. How would you do that?
Yeah, ma'am. I think I'll change the denominators.
But remember, we're not adding or subtracting. See, you're mixing up your rules of fractions. You change your denominators if you are adding or subtracting. In this case, we are dividing. See that? So what you would do in this case is you would keep the first fraction. That's where keep comes from. Keep it the same, okay? We change this to a multiply, and we flip this to a 6/4. I actually swapped these two words together now that I'm realizing. We change the divide. So change this and flip that. And then your second fraction flips around. So they swap. Do you see that? Oh, your connection, Lonabo. Let me know in the chat if you understand that. Yes, I also call it tipping times, or
Yes,
that's why I mixed up the KFC stuff. I also call it tipping times. There we go, Lonabo. So once you understand that, you now understand what I did. So I changed our divide to multiplication, and then I just flipped the second one.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand now?
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Wonderful. Tebe?
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it's me or you, but I think I see one mistake by 1m5 brackets -1 and n minus and n -1 minus 2, ma'am. Because wasn't there a -2? What's this?
Oh, yes, there was. I see where you're looking now. There.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Important mistake, guys. Important mistake. So this was -1 minus -2. Like that.
Yes, ma'am.
So then this was going to be a plus. So our n wasn't going to move because -1 plus 2 is just n. Brilliant. You see, if you can point out mistakes, you are really good at this. So the final answer is m to the power of 6 times n over 6. Is that correct? Beautiful. Beautiful. May I please go somewhere for a screenshot? That's what I saw. May you please go to the top of the sum so I can take a screenshot. There. I'm hoping that's what you're talking about. While you take a screenshot, Jalapeno. Is that your name? Jalapeno is not talking to me. I think it's your mic because I can hear something, but I can't quite hear you. Fix your mic settings. And then we'll try again, okay? So,
Hi, ma'am.
mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to ask, how did we get to multiply the sums?
Guys, you need to listen. Do you remember when you did fractions? I did this already twice. Look at here at the bottom. Do you see it?
Yes,
2
ma'am.
over 3 divided by 4 over 6. How would you
Oh.
solve that sum?
I'll solve it by multiplying.
I mean, if you were doing, let's say you were multiplying fractions, how would you solve it? Do you see why now?
Yes, ma'am, I can get it.
So we take these as fractions.
Yes,
So I multiplied them so that we are able to cross cancel like we did. Because
Yes.
after we changed it to a multiply, you could cancel 8 and 16, 1 and 9. So that's what I wanted.
Okay,
You see?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I get it.
You're welcome. Okay. D. Oh, Siamtanda has an answer for D, and Emmanuel wanted to do it. Let's do D quickly, Emmanuel.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So I said AB to the power AB squared.
Please, mute yourself so far. The family business. There we go. Muted her.
Okay. So I said AB squared C over A squared B squared C to the power of 4 times A squared B to the power of -3 and C to the power of -1 over B to the power of 4. And then I said A to the power of 1 A to the power of -1, sorry, and C to the power of -3 times A squared and B to the power of -7 and C to the power of -1, and gave me a total answer of A and then B to the power of -7 and C to the power of -4.
Whew. Emmanuel, that was brilliant and fast, but let's make our exponents positive. What am I going to do to the B and C to make it positive?
So we're gonna put B, or we're gonna say A and 1 over B and 7, and 1 over C to the power of 4.
Wonderful. So your final answer will be A over B to the power of 7, C to the power of 4. That was brilliant, Emmanuel.
Thank you.
That was brilliant. Thank you so much. Wow. Guys, did you see that? Yes, Inga, you can do the quiz whenever you feel like you're ready. Okay. We're not cross multiplying, we're cross canceling. You guys need to fix the wording. Okay, let me explain it quickly. What that means is you look across from the numbers. So we're gonna look at a 2 and the 4 and the 3 and the 6, and you're gonna find a common factor, okay? The common factor between 2 and 4 is 2. So you check 2 goes into itself once and into 4 twice. 3 goes into itself once and into 6 twice. Then you can, multiply. 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 2 is 2, which is 1. But it's meant to make your fractions easier to work with. That's all it's meant to do. Guys, we don't have time for a brain break today. I saw someone say brain break. Not today, my darlings, not today. We have to revise equations. Who's gonna help me with equations? There we go. Let's do C and D. He's gonna help me with equations. Manuel, that was absolutely brilliant. Minenhle, your hand is up. Yeah, Minenhle's mic is giving problems today. And Minenhle was answering the last lesson. Oh, that sucks. Minenhle, if you ever figure out how to fix your mic, please let us know. For now, I'm going to remind us of the rules. One is we want the same base, which we have in this case, right? And we have a 2. Hello? Did I hear something? Or am I dreaming?
Is it better now?
There we go. Hi, Minenhle.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm well, and you?
Good. Is it better now, ma'am?
Yes, now I can hear you perfectly.
Perfect. Ma'am, so I was just asking the question that in the division equations, do we do the KFC method, ma'am, all the time, ma'am, or just really, ma'am?
I always do it when you're dividing. It's just easier, okay? Because otherwise you'll
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
figure out how you divide 1 with 3, which is 0.333. Do you hear? It's complicated. So rather
ma'am.
just, if you find a division, just change it to a multiplication. Then it's easier. You can cross cancel, you can multiply. So just do it. I recommend you do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. Okay, Tammy.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I'd like to do C with you.
Okay, we have the same base. Tell me what to do now.
So, ma'am, firstly, basically you have an equation. So you're going to say 2x plus 3 equals to x minus 1.
You meant 4x, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, mistake.
There we go. And then?
And then you're gonna group the like terms. So you're gonna say 2x minus 4x equals to negative 1 minus 3.
Okay.
And then you're gonna say 2x minus 4x equals to negative 2x equals to negative 4.
Beautiful. And then?
And then you're going to divide both sides by negative 2 because we want to be left with x and not negative x.
Okay. Final
So
answer.
x is equals to 2.
Beautiful, Kami. That was so refreshing. I like it when you guys answer.
Thank
You guys
ma'am.
remember the rules. You guys remember the rules. I'm dying. This is so wonderful. Who's doing D with me? Brilliant, guys. Paperi, I'm hoping your hand is up because you want to do D with me.
Yes, ma'am. I want to do D.
Okay, let's go for it.
Ma'am, I convert both sides to the same base. So I said 3 to the 3x to 3 to the power x minus 4 equals 3 to the power of 2 bracket x plus 1 bracket, and I cancel the base of 3 on both sides. I said x minus 4 equals to 2 bracket x plus 1 bracket. I said, and I expand them. I said x equals to 4. X minus 4 equals to 2x plus 2. And I subtract x from both sides. So, and it gave me negative 4 equals to 2x plus 2 minus 1. I simplify them. It said negative 4 equals x plus 2. And I subtract 2 both sides. It gave me negative 4 minus 2 equals x, and I simplify them. Negative 6 equals to x, and I switch sides and I said x equals to negative 6.
Sure. That is correct. But at some point I was like, what? That is correct. Beautiful. I like that you don't mind doing the steps. Like someone who doesn't mind doing the steps is a person who succeeds in mathematics because they are patient. Okay. If you need to do 20 steps, do it, guys. Why do we write the 2 before the? It's the power to a power law. So remember, we already had a power there, and then we put another power in front of it. Remember, the power to a power law says if you already have something, so if I have a to the power of m and I raise it all again to another power of n, you have to multiply them. So it's going to be a to the power of n times n. So in this case, it'll be 2 times x plus 1. Okay. And then you just solve for x. How do we convert 9 to 3 again? You find 9 as a product of its prime bases. Okay. Sometimes you just know that 9 is the same as 3 squared, or you have to do your prime factorization. So you go from 9 there. You cannot use 2, so you use 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. You use 3 again. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Therefore, 9 is the same as 3 times 3, which is 3 squared. Okay. Guys, I can't show everything at once. I can't. I can. Okay, I'll zoom out just now. The person who wants to screenshot everything at once, I'll zoom out just now for you. I just want to check other. Okay, there are no other questions. Ma'am, why do we cancel the 3? So, Abisha, we discussed that these questions say, let's say I have 2 to the power of x is equal to 2 squared. Okay, so this is an equation. It's a statement. It means the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. There's an equal sign there. So if 2 to the power of x, we don't know what x is the same as 2 to the power of 2, Therefore, x has to be equal to 2. So we say we cancel them, but what we actually just do is we make the exponents equal. Okay. So if 2 to the power of something is the same as 4, then x has to be 2, otherwise it will not work. Okay, it will not work. What did we do with the 9s1 and change it to 3 squared? That's all we did. It became 3 squared. How hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask where we got the 2 from at 2x plus 2 minus x.
The 2 was from, you see, when we multiply, we distribute here. Eh?
Yes.
So what's 2 times x?
2x.
2 times 1.
1. 2, sorry. 2.
There we go. Do you see where we got the 2?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tammy?
Ma'am, I wanted to do the next one with you if you're gonna do it now.
Yes, I am. I wanted actually to say you guys must do it, but let's do it together. Let's finish with a bang. It's here.
Okay, ma'am. So firstly, you must have the same base. So you're gonna convert 16. You're gonna say 4 to the power of 2. Open bracket 4x minus 5.
4x minus 5. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. And then, ma'am, since you have the same base, you're just going to carry on with your equation. So you're going to say 2x plus 3 equals to 2 open bracket 4x minus 5. And then, ma'am, you're going to distribute the 2. So first you're going to say 2x plus 3 equals to 8x minus 10. And then you're going to group your like terms together. So you're going to say 2x minus 8x equals to negative 10 minus 3. And then 2x minus 8x is equals to negative 6x equals to negative 13. And then you are going to divide both sides by negative 6. So you're going to say negative 6x over negative 6 equals to negative 13 over negative 6, which is going to give you x is equals to positive 13 over 6.
Beautiful.
And then ma'am, you can also make it, ma'am, is it fine if you make it like an improper fraction?
Yes, or you can change it to a mixed number, we don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful, Tammy. That was so beautiful. Guys, that is how we end a lesson. Beautiful. Nelisa, please drop the link to the quiz for us. All the people who wanted to screenshot, don't worry not. I didn't forget about you. I'm going to zoom out just now. That is how we end the lesson. You guys have been brilliant today. Like, I am satisfied with my life, and I don't care what happens after this because I'm happy today. Nothing can ruin my day after this lesson. Okay, people wanted to screenshot. Okay, I'm gonna put these ones up at the same time, and then I'll move up just now. If you have a question, you may ask. If not, enjoy your evening, guys. Thank you for coming through. I love having you guys.
We have a question. Oh yeah, that one.
Yes. What was the question? How to get 4 to the power of 2, ma'am? The same way, Abisha. Remember, 16 is the same as 4 squared. So that's how we got the 4 to the power of 2. So you need to compare your bases and see if you can make them the same. She saw that we had a base of 4 on the left, so we wanted a base of 4 on the right. And if you know your square numbers well, then you know that 4 squared is 16. So we changed 16 to 4 squared. Okay. Bye, guys.